This year has flown the fuck by. Before I even start saying anything, I don't know what the fuck happened Sunday night in Colorado Springs. Saturday night, some fucking guy went crazy in a gay bar, took a fucking gun or whatever, I saw that Sunday morning when I woke up. And I got to be honest with you guys, as something that always bothered me was I had to take a test in 92, like a parenting test. And the results came back that I had no empathy. And that always fucking bothered the hell out of me, who the fuck doesn't have empathy? I don't know if it was a fix. I don't know what the fuck it was. But I'm the type of guy, when I read something like that, no matter what it is, like the next morning, whether it's Buffalo or Uvalde or whatever the fuck it is, you always think about those people the next morning. I can't imagine having a son and I get a call at 4 a.m. that some guy walked into a bar and shot him. And you got to go down there and identify him and find out what the fuck happened. Nobody's giving you answers. And then on top of that, it's fucking Thanksgiving week. It's horrible, having to bury somebody on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. I don't know what's going on in the world. Who the fuck knows anymore? We're just lucky that we don't get in a situation like that. I pray for people that never get in a situation like that and hit home, because one of the guys that comes on the podcast, one of my dear friends, Eric Rocha, he's gay and he's from Colorado Springs. So I called him last night. I didn't get an answer from him. I just, hey, listen, man, I'm not Johnny fucking therapist, but something like that happens, it hits close to home, You got to reach out and say hello, how you feeling? Everybody takes everything differently, Not that he was going to be in Colorado Springs. He lives in L.A., but that could happen anywhere, And what kills me is, later on that night, Sunday night, I went out and I got back and write something on Twitter or something that they, right away, this comes days after the Republicans. I mean, I'm sick and tired of everything getting politicized anymore. Everything's got a political agenda anymore. Everybody's got a conspiracy theory. It's crazy what the fuck is going out there. If you're, I don't know, if you're intelligent, if you're not intelligent, you got to ask yourself what the fuck is going on from time to time. The other day on Patreon, one of my friends on Patreon sent me, one of the guys on Patreon, good guy, he's been on there for a year, sent me a YouTube clip, and he's like, have you seen these, and you go on there and you see fucking two guys I never even saw before on a podcast, just destroying Bert Kreischer. Just destroying Bert Kreischer about the movie he's doing, or the trailer came out or something like that.
I liked it.
And listen, whether you liked it or fucking not, I mean, the movie hasn't even come out yet. And there was two kids trashing Bert, that the movie sucked, look at this, look at that. And I'm like, I don't even know these two guys. They had to be 25 or whatever, but just trashing fucking Bert and his movie. And I'm like, I'm his friend, and I didn't even call him up and go, Bert, that fucking trailer or whatever. It's just crazy. I'm looking at it and going, who the fuck wakes up in the morning? You wake up, you fucking John Leguizamo's at war again, this time with Steven Seagal, And it's like, guys, all of a sudden, fucking, everybody who's putting out a book lately has got to trash somebody. You put out a book, this guy from Friends with the pills, he's trashing fucking Keanu Reeves. The chick put out a book, she's trashing fucking this guy. It's like everything that comes out is to trash somebody now. It just can't be like a book. This is what happened to me in my fucking story, and this is what I'm going to fucking stick to. Right away we got to go throw a dag at somebody or something. Listen, I'm the king of that shit. I love busting people's balls, and I love to have a good time. But I'm not going to write a book to dedicate it to just throw little digs. But here's the funny thing, guys. Just so you know where this comes from. When those people go in to pitch those books, and I got to tell you, this is going to make you laugh. I had about 4 meetings with different publishers before I sold the book, And a lot of them were like, well, we didn't really want to talk to you because of what happened with Rogan on the podcast and, the blowjobs. And I'm like, wow, this is surreal. That's going to fucking take my chances of fucking selling the book, But anyway, I got to be honest with you, man. The bigger publishing companies, they didn't give a fuck about my story. They really didn't. They were like, And they mention specific fucking names. Like, can you tell us any dirt on this guy? You know, you being in Hollywood for 23 years. That's what they want. They want, you know, that's what they want. They'll even give you an extra fucking 100,000. Like, if you ever seen the movie Molly's Game? About Molly, the chick that was in charge with gambling. It's a bullshit story. It's got to do more with Spider-Man and Leonardo DiCaprio being part of a game. But Molly's, whatever the fucking name of the movie, Molly's Game, Molly's Book, whatever the fuck it is, she talks about it. She goes, when they offered me the book, the reason why I had such a low guarantee, they call it like a deposit, whatever the fuck they really call it, was because that's what they ask you. They go, are there any juicy fucking details in there? You know, we know, like, they even did their work. Like, do you have more to add on Whitney Houston? I mean, they just had questions, and I'm like, no, because that's not what the book is about. The book is about a loser that was a loser that was a loser, and then somewhere he got lucky and he fucking became a comic, and next thing you know, he's on stage with Joe Rogan and Bill Burr. That's what the fucking book is about. But a lot of people don't know that when you sell a book, especially if you're one of those people, like a tell-all book, like if I fucking call somebody tomorrow, like a book publishing company, and I want to tell you everything I know about this thing that happened, and I give you, you know, they'll ask for fucking proof that you have information and all that. Dog, your fucking advance is ginormous. So whenever you see these ads for people, oh, Gina Davis put out a book and she's trashing fucking Scumbag and fucking, you know, the guy from Friends, whatever his fucking name is, Chandler, put out a book and he's fucking, you know, he's blaming his addiction on the dumbest fucking things in the world. I can't even read that shit, but I know where it's coming from. So now you people know that when that shit goes down, they gave him some extra money. He sold his fucking soul. Me, I didn't want to fucking sell my soul. I've sold it enough. I didn't want to start with this shit. But that's what's fucking going on this week, man. I'm excited. This weekend, I had a fucking blast. You know, we've been all looking. I go to jiu-jitsu as a hobby. I'm not a fucking fighter. I'm not planning on fighting nobody. I don't fly through the air no more. I don't do, you know. I do the best I can, guys. But I go to jiu-jitsu just to stay healthy. It's more of a social thing for me. Like, I go there and see people and talk to people my age and younger. You know, you wrestle, you're fucking sweaty, the whole thing. But it's a hobby. It's a hobby that I've never fucking had. Like, my hobby was comedy. That's all I fucking knew. For the last 40 years, my hobby was to watch movies, study them, and then I became a comic, and I went after that. So that was my fucking hobby.